Hi, my name is Ana Villalobos, and I will be introducing the topic that I will be researching in my reflection project. The topic that I will be talking about is to what extent does a culture will be affected if the museums consider that their historical artifacts should not be returned to their original region. So, why am I passionate and why did I choose this topic? Due to the impact this topic has on the culture and the countries that are involved. I really personally enjoy about learning different aspects of other cultures. As well, I like to learn about them through the usage of different resources such as museums, movies, books, among others. Taking this into account, I consider that it is important to acknowledge the importance and the value of these resources that teach us about the world and their cultures. I belong to the pop art, and my pop is involved in this topic as artwork should be included in these artifacts. These pieces are essential as they reflect and transmit different cultural messages and teach about it in a unique way. Also, they work as inspiration for future generations that want to understand and celebrate it through their own style. There are many communities with different opinions on what solutions can be implemented in this dilemma. For example, we have the museums. From their point of view, the artifacts should not be returned because they know they can preserve it better than the original region, as they believe they are, in fact, the ones that take care of the humanity's treasure. However, there had been many cases where the museums returned the historical artifacts when they considered that the country have enough resources to protect them. We also have the point of view of the auction houses, who think that the historical artifacts they found is their own property, and who believe that the sale will increase the cultural reputation of the original country, as they are selling it in a good price. There is also the original region's opinion. Some countries state that it is necessary for the cultural objects to be conserved in regions with the same cultural context. It is also believed that returning the artifacts can enrich the cultural heritage. Also, it is believed that returning this artifact is morally correct, as they once were looted and robbed when the country was vulnerable. Placing this dilemma in a local and in a global context, we have the case of Iraq. In 2003, when the US invaded Iraq, a huge load of Babylonian treasures were looted after. The collection was of 156 inscribed tablets, which are believed that the smugglers were from the UAE. However, in 2019, the British Museum returned the tablets back to Iraq. In Mexico, on September 18, 2019, the French auction house Million sold 95 archaeological artifacts from Maya, Olmeca, and other pre-Hispanic cultures. Mexico, along the UNESCO, tried to convince France to hold this sale. However, the auction house ignored it and sold it for 25 million Mexican pesos. So, why does this dilemma should be addressed and studied? It should be addressed because culture might be affected in negative ways as moral and values encounter with the actions of one perspective. Also, we're talking about historical objects that might have been stolen that without any protection, as there are any laws that protect these objects and the cultural heritage of the countries. This is also need to be studied due to the fact that the cultural and history of the countries involved can be seen and analyzed in another spotlight, as many historical events are involved in the learning of these objects. Thank you so much for your attention.